All right, everyone, welcome back into another fantasy golf video. Going to be breaking down round 2 here of the Truist Championship. Going to talk about all the best round 2 bets as well as the top showdown picks. We're first going to start off, though, with a quick recap from round 1. Let's go ahead and get into it. So, guys, Mr. Keith Mitchell does it again. Mr. First Round Leader got the first round lead. Unfortunately, this is the first time I haven't been on him in basically 5 straight events. Still profitable on him first round leader wise, but a little bit tilting there that wasn't on him this week. I was a little bit lighter on my first round leader bets this week compared to different ones. And obviously, it's a little bit of a different event, being a signature event, no cut event, staggering tee times as well. No like specific weather advantage wave there. So, on paper at least. So, kind of interesting there. But looking at it, guys, I was actually surprised at a lot of the ownership. It was pretty low, just relatively speaking, for a lot of like decent plays. Like Danny McCarthy was someone I mentioned. Seb Straka is pretty low owned. Kyle Morikawa kind of low. Like, I was actually pretty darn shocked at the ownership just in general this week. We take a peek at who the chalk is. Rory makes sense. JT does mostly make sense as well. Xander kind of makes sense. Corey Connors was an obvious play. Patrick Cantlay, Danny Berger's obvious. But then we get into like Jordan Spieth, Tom Hoagie, Brian Harmon, Victor Hovland. That was a strange one. Aubert being pretty chalky. That was kind of a strange one as well. But I would say that, really just in general, round 1 on both tours went pretty good. And so with that, I'm a little bit worried about round 2. That's just typically how it goes. When you have a very good round 1 like that, typically round 2 is not as good, especially in these no-cut events. So we'll see how that holds up. For the Myrtle Beach Classic, though, sitting pretty good there as well. Andrew Putnam, guys, was the top-ranked player at the end of the week in the 9-5 model, and he is like tied for 4th, and he was like 10% owned. Definitely strange there. So hopefully good things there as well. But I want to go ahead and take a quick peek at the weather for Friday, and this is definitely interesting, guys. So Thursday we do have some rain coming in, so the greens should be softer, so it should lead to some harder scoring, I still think. But these 17-mile-per-hour winds, that could negate the soft greens, and that could actually end up making the tournament play a little bit more difficult. And if it does, obviously that's going to increase the scoring a little bit. It was obviously kind of a birdie fest in round 1 here. I could see round 2 being much more difficult as well. And so I actually want to start off with the top prop bets that we're getting here for round 2. And so, as always, I do want to start off with where we are getting some prop line differences. And as I'm currently recording this, guys, we're getting one, which is going to be with Maverick McNeely. I don't mind the idea of betting him to get under 68 strokes. That's 300 par. That shouldn't be too difficult to do. But again, it could play a little bit more difficult tomorrow. So maybe it is. Maybe it is a bet that we stay away from. We're going to sort by edge, and we are getting some decent edges here, guys. Brian Campbell and Christian Bezuidenhout to get over 4 birdies or better. Chances are they are going to get to 4 birdies. And so I don't mind that. Aaron Rai was one of the best bets in round 1 that I have him in a few 5 out of 6 slips going right now, guys. And fingers crossed here for this UFC prop bet day. This was taken straight from the slip optimizer, and I have no clue about this. I know this one went up to 14.5, so it's hitting pretty, but I'm not a big UFC guy, so hopefully this ends up hitting. But the point of that is, I think we could probably go back to Aaron Rai as well, Akshay to go over 4.5 birdies or better as well. Again, just to reiterate, the biggest issue that we might have, though, is just simply the fact that the tournament could end up playing a little bit more difficult again due to that wind. And if that does end up happening, these greens and regulations prop bets do become a little bit more interesting because obviously it being windy could create the distances being reduced off the tee. And then just with that, the greens are going to be a little bit more difficult to hit, even though, again, the greens probably will be softer, at least in the morning. And then throughout the day, they might dry out because of that wind that is in the forecast as well. So that's all little variables mixed in there as well. But we take a peek at Brian Campbell, guys. He was able to get to 5 birdies yesterday, or round 1. Obviously, we like that there. Again, one more time, the course did play easier, I think, in round 1 than it's going to play in round 2, but still, he should be able to get to 4 birdies or better, so I don't mind that as an overbet. And then Bezuidenhout as well, to at least get to 4 birdies or better, I'm okay getting there. So those two are going to be my bet of the day for prize picks. And for underdog, we'll see. And this is still on prize picks. We're just not getting as many good prop bets. Obviously, could run out Aaron Rai and Akshay as well for over their birdies or better as well. That'd be a perfectly fine route to go there. Again, if you guys are going to sign up for Underdog or PrizePicks, just make sure you use the promo codes that are linked in the description below. It's just a simple, easy way to help out yourself, but also help out the 9to5 channel. It does not go unnoticed when you guys do that. It's a simple and easy way to help out the channel. Use the promo code 925 spelt out there with the letters for PrizePicks. It's going to be the number 9TO5 as well. take advantage of that. Links, again, are in the description below. And so let's go ahead and just get into kind of the round 2 picks. And it is going to be interesting just looking at it. Who are going to be the top round 2 picks? Because some of the bigger name golfers did not play well. So I'm interested. So Xander, Rory, kind of makes sense. Patrick Cantlay expected to continue to play well. Colin Morikawa expected to play well as well. So interesting there. If you were someone that was on Aubert, he's someone that could end up having a good round 2. So all things that we like to see there. I do like to always just take a quick peek at the strokes gained putting, which players are expected to putt better and worst in round 2. So we'll take a quick peek at that. So Daniel Berger expected to putt much better. Hovland expected to putt much better. Matt Fitzpatrick. All right, so a lot of interesting ones. I would love Daniel Berger to putt better. -2 on the round. Really could not get anything going. Lost 3.5 strokes putting. Typically, he's someone that gains about a quarter stroke putting. So don't mind that. We could easily get to him, I think, in round 2 as well, just kind of looking at that. Let's flip it around. Who's someone that was maybe hot with the putter in round 1 that could end up struggling a little bit? Denny McCarthy, yes, but he's already one of the best putters, right? Like I don't know if we we don't necessarily need to get away from him, but yeah, he's not going to play as well as he did in round 1. That's pretty clear there. Kyle Morikawa as well. That's pretty clear. Keith Mitchell, typically speaking, Keith Mitchell does not play as well in round 1 as he did in round 2. So that all makes sense to me as well. And then real quick, guys, let's just go ahead and do a quick lineup run here. Just to show you guys kind of what it's looking like for the first look build, I guess, for round 2 showdown purposes. And just be on the lookout because a lot of the contests, there has been a decent amount of overlap across different sites. Like Yahoo is one I play on sparingly. About a month ago, there was some pretty big overlay. DraftKings had a little bit of overlay. That could happen with Showdown as well, so that'd be interesting. But I don't know about Wyndham Clark here, guys, or Keith Mitchell. Again, I don't know if we necessarily need to get to Keith Mitchell in round 2. Let's see how much the day is gained to Keith Mitchell in round 2. Yeah, 95%. I don't need to get to 95% of Keith Mitchell, maybe 15%. But that's just kind of a dry run for you guys to see what it's like. And so Xander, Substract could be fine with. Michael Kim, given his price tag, I think we're fine with. But after that, I think it's mostly good. Probably want to get to more Rory. Honestly, I do think he's going to be someone that does have a better round 2 as well. And then, guys, finally, we had a good 3-ball day for round 1. And I say it because a lot of it has been either pushes or golfers like blowing it in the late back nine. It's been a little bit frustrating in that, or just going 1 for 3 on the day, kind of end up with a push. Round 1 was good. So we went 2 for 2. Well, yeah, 2 for 2. And then we had 1 chopped in half. So, 1 tie with another player. So decent there. We'll take that. And what we're looking at is basically a lot of the same prop bets, or the 3-ball bets from round 1 are still popping up. So Patrick Cantlay was one of them. Daniel Berger was one of them. And then we can go with Corey Connors. I think I'm okay with that. I don't need to go too crazy with it, but potentially Sungjae Im is popping up there as well. Perfectly happy to get to those four 3-ball bets for round 2. And then real quickly, and so just looking at some round 2 head-to-head bets as well, guys. Siwoo Kim beating Aaron Rai is an interesting one that's popping up in there. -110 on DraftKings. Xander Schauffele beating Justin Thomas in round 2. We saw that Xander was ranked out as the best round 2 showdown play. So obviously if that ends up happening, we're liking that -115. Again, I don't know if I necessarily need to get to Keith Mitchell, but in terms of Denny McCarthy versus Keith Mitchell, I kind of think that's an interesting one there as well. So we could get to that. Yeah, let's just go with those top 3. So Siwoo beating Aaron Rai, Xander beating JT, and then Keith Mitchell beating Denny McCarthy. Okay, very interesting matchups there, I would say, in general, but I'm fine with that. Now that's going to do it. If you guys want access to any of the data and cheat sheets that you saw in this video, head on over to 9to5sports.com. If you guys want to sign up for the membership, it's available for $10 a month. You guys will get access to all the data that you saw in this video, plus much more. All that is included, again, for just $10 a month. Hit the pricings and plans tab or hit the link in the description below. Thanks for being here. Good luck with all your round 2 bets. Hopefully the round 1 went your way, and hopefully it's looking like a good week this week for you guys. Thanks for watching. Good luck. And as always, let's keep cashing.